week away from the start of the World Cup, and our reporter Johnny McCann is alongside a former England and Manchester United legend.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome down to what is a special day at the Shire Golf Club here in St Albans. A special day because it's with this Premier League legend here, Andy Cole. Andy, tell us why this is a special day for you today.
Another year goes by. Another opportunity to have obviously my golf day with Kiddie Research UK. Another day to have a little bit of fun, to be fair. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Just remind people just why this is, it's close to you this year, the kidney disease.
Why? I think everybody knows, I've been unfortunate to go through having a kidney transplant and, the troubles that you go to when you have it and how difficult it is at times, So like I said many times, I've been given the opportunity to try to help people just like myself who find themselves in a position that I found myself in, and so far it's gone really well.
There's a couple of famous footballers as well. They're not feeling, have had a bit of bad news as well. Kevin Keegan, your former manager. Just what would you like to say about that?
To be fair, I wish them all well. The crazy thing is, more often things like this are popping up. You don't want to see anyone in that position. So, just as we all know, you just got to stick with it and, keep trying to do the right things. And I wish them all well.
Yeah, it's Sir Kenny Dalglish and John Barnes as well. On to the football end of the season, Manchester United. Those fans will be feeling a bit better this summer compared to last summer. What did you make of their season?
I think in the end, Michael done a fantastic job to get the club to finish in the position they're not finishing in. Champions League football come next season. A club like Manchester United need Champions League football. So yeah, it'd be an interesting one. I think everybody's looking forward to it. The crazy thing we're already talking about next season, and I think the boys need to go away, enjoy their summer, and then be able to focus on playing Champions League football next season.
Well, they already look like they have strengthened, close to getting the Ederson deal done. I think that's a good replacing Casemiro.
I'm hoping so, but however you look at it, I think Casemiro has been a fine player for many, many years. There was a couple of seasons ago, everyone was questioning him, and as I say, cream always rises to the top, and he did that to the back end of his Manchester United career, and he was fantastic last season. So hopefully Ederson will be able to go in there and do a good sterling job like Casemiro did.
Is it a chance for Man United next year? No Pep on the other side of the city now. Liverpool looking for a new manager. Is it a chance for Man United, they're settled now with Michael Carrick and a bit of the squad, to maybe take advantage of that?
The more football matches you win, you never know. And ultimately, that's what it's about. So, yeah, I think that if they can go into the season with the same confidence that ended up last season, you never know what can happen. I think everyone will be thinking like that now. Pep leaving Manchester City, that we've got a chance of winning the Premier League now. Football, some days are good, some days are bad, so you just never know.
You never know, as you say. But look at Liverpool last year, they won the Premier League and decided to change their manager this year. First of all, what did you think of that, their decision to relieve Arne Slot?
I could stand there and say it was a strange one, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. I think when you win the Premier League in your first season, you would genuinely believe that, there's a little bit of credit in the bank. The way they played this season, that wasn't the Liverpool that played the year before to win the title in a comfortable position. So we don't know what, not the case, we don't know. I don't know what's gone on, why they've made that decision. But we just have to wait and see. But the defence of the title was disappointing by Liverpool.
Well, it looks like Andoni Areola is the man that's going to replace him. What are your thoughts on that?
To be fair, I'll be honest, I've not really got a thought on it. I think he had a... He did a fantastic job at Bournemouth, but not being disrespectful, that is Bournemouth. Liverpool is a different entity, so it'd be interesting how he does at Liverpool, if he does go to Liverpool. More games, more players to deal with, bigger egos. So it'd be very interesting, but I'm looking from afar here, and he looks like a real good manager.
Before that next season come, we've got a big summer ahead of us here, the World Cup. We'll speak England. There was a lot made of Thomas Tuchel's squad. What did you make of it?
I'll be honest, I wasn't really fussed about it. You know why I wasn't really fussed about it? Because I think ultimately, when it comes to England, I think England have been in a position whereby they just pick players by names and whatever. And you got to break it down and say to yourself, well, every individual deserves a chance, and it looks like that's the way he's gone about it. And I know a few people have kicked off regarding certain players not being in, but that's the manager's decision. He's made that decision, So ultimately now it's for people to get behind him and England do well in the World Cup. I think every major tournament, everyone believes England's going to win the World Cup, and if it doesn't work out, everyone will be saying, well, he should have brought X, Y, and Z. You all need to realise, well, there's more than one team going to be in the World Cup. There's going to be teams as good as England, if not better than England. You know, so we just have to wait and see.
We'll keep with the strikers. Well, there was definitely one surprise inclusion, Ivan Toney. Did that even catch you off guard? Are you happy enough with that there with his penalty record?
I wouldn't even say he caught me off guard because, you know, I know he plays in Saudi Arabia. If you take that out of it, you know, I think when he was playing in the Premier League, he scored goals at Brentford. You know, he's got an unbelievable penalty record. But you can't be saying you're going to take an individual because he takes good penalties. I think he's got more in the locker than that. You know, and I think he proved that when he was playing in the Premier League. He's gone to Saudi Arabia, he's continued to score goals. And, you know, I can stand there, or we can stand there and talk about, well, it's not the best league in the world. That's got nothing to do with it. He's gone there, he's scored goals, and he's doing his job. So if he gets the opportunity when he's away in the World Cup to go out there and, you know, prove to everybody why he's there, you have to back him.
One man that scored goals again this season was Harry Kane. Is he the key, in your opinion, to England's success?
One man can't be a key. You've all got to play well, and yet I think everyone's expecting England to gel together as a team. There's been a lot made about rumbling this individual, that individual, but when you're in the major tournaments, for you all to come together, and you all want the same thing, that's to win football matches. So hopefully they'll be able to do that. And Harry Kane, of course, he's going to be a key player due to the fact that he scores goals. But then, you know, you've got to factor in the other players as well. You know, everyone needs to score goals, especially when you're playing in the front line or in midfield. We've all got to score goals. And
just finally, do you fancy them to win it?
If I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure, you know, because there's just so many good teams. If you look at, obviously, what France have and what the Spanish boys have as well, if you look at France's boys up front, it's an absolute joke. You know what they have up front. And we're talking about scoring goals, and you look at that, you turn around and say to yourself, well, I don't think France are going to struggle for goals. You know, you look at Spain, what they did in Euros. So, yeah, it's not easy to win a World Cup. So I think that's why we're all intrigued by it. And, you know, whoever the bookmakers have gone for the favourites, they're not silly. So they've always got a chance. So, I mean, I don't know who they've got as favourites, but if you're going to have a little flutter there, you know, you always know the bookmakers are never far wrong.
Good stuff, Andy. Absolute pleasure to talk to you. It's not easy to win the World Cup, as Andy said. I don't think it's easy to win the Andy Cole Golf Day as well, but he might be an outside bet, but it's going to be a great day down here at the Shire.